All right, so here is another interesting little story coming from my WhatsApp group. Once again, a request to my WhatsApp group members, please do not reveal his true identity. Now, I'll tell you this. This is kind of funny. That is why I want to share it with you. This, for some reason, the people who give me tall tales or the people who make these long stories are generally people from Goa. I do not know why. And as far as I can remember, even during my younger days when I was in my 20s, I used to stay in one guy, he's a Goan and his wife was Goan, used to stay in their house. And he was like this typical 70s uncle. His belt used to come all the way till here, like below your chest, above the belly button. And, half his tummy was inside his trousers. So, his belt was almost up till here. And he looked like something like a Uncle Pedro. Okay. So this guy, short, short guy, stout, uh, must have been in his 50s or something. So he would come till here. And he was Goan guy, but I think he lived in Bombay, and he had that very tapori style of the Bombay style of speaking, like "Ija aila teri maa ki main tu." Yeah, yeah. And here's the funny thing: uh, we at that time didn't know where he was working. It seems he was working in a shipping company. I'm not very clear about that. His wife also used to go to work. He's also used to go to work. And But he had this habit, and I just to give a context, me and my that time best friend, we he used to work in Emirates Airlines. We used to do DJing together. We used to DJ and anchor shows. He had the money because he was working in Emirates Airlines. He had the muscle power, financial muscle power to buy speakers, lights, the DJing equipment, and I would perform. I was working in Citibank, if you know. I've already shared this in my previous videos. So we used to work in our day jobs. Night time, we used to go for parties, birthday parties, engagement parties, wedding parties, and we also used to perform in-house as DJs at Ajman Kempinski. Okay, from Dubai to Ajman was a long drive of. We were the in-house DJs for once a week when the crowd used to be at the lowest, Mondays and Wednesdays night, because that time they had the business used to really die down. So we were called in to boost the crowds coming in. People liked our kind of music. We used to play Arabic. Okay, so our DJing style was all the popular numbers, whether it was Hindi numbers, whether it was Arabic numbers, whether it was English, whether it was even Baila, Konkani, and all that. So we used to play that. So these guys, this Pedro chap and his wife, um, they took a three bedroom house in an old building in Bur, Dubai, and they gave all these rooms with partition for rent for other people to stay. And the one of the bedrooms was given to, I think, four, five, or six brothers. They all were brothers and friends working as electricians, plumbers, and all that at I think Dulsco and Dubal, which belonged to the government. So they were bachelors. Me and my friend had taken the main hall room, which was partitioned, and they had taken the other bedroom. Sorry, two-bedroom. Yeah. So we used to all stay there. This is remember, I'm 48 now. When we were in our 20s, I was 21, 22 at that time. So what these guys used to do is, whenever it was a Thursday and Friday, those days in Dubai, Thursdays and Fridays, it was more like holiday. Thursday half day, Friday is a holiday. So they used to get alcohol. They used to buy alcohol and get their beers together and alcohol. My friend working in Emirates Airlines, he could afford expensive alcohol. These other guys used to buy their cheap beers. And once in a while, he used to be a bit generous and give them drinks. And because he was a DJ, we had DJing equipment. We would play the music sometimes. I never drank. I used to just play the numbers, and we have nothing else to do. Okay. So when we used, you want to know the real character of a person, get them drunk, they say. You want to really get them to show their real side. So when we used to get these guys drunk and they used to drink, they would, completely change. They would become very friendly, or they would be very mischievous. Mischievous in the sense fun. But this guy, this Pedro chap, Goan guy, 50-year-old, he used to start giving big, long, bloody stories, man. Very big. He used to tell us that he knew the mafia, he knew the underworld, he was friends with those days. Dawood Ibrahim was in the headlines always. He knew Dawood Ibrahim. He could kill anyone. He got many people killed. You want anything to be done in Goa, anything to be done in Mumbai. Those days it was called Bombay. You want anything in Dubai. He knows the underworld. He knows the sheikhs. And I'll tell you, I know this might sound silly, but we actually believed him. We actually thought this guy knew all this. Okay, fine. So what happened was every night, whenever they would have sometime late nights, sometimes I was to go to sleep. I was like, and they would not let me sleep also. They would keep disturbing with all their the same, because where will I sleep? I'll sleep outside, no, on the floor or something. So he used to keep saying, "Oh, I'm underworld and mafia and this and that." Okay, this continued for we stayed, I think, almost a year. I remember my friend, I told you, Emirates Airlines. He once ended up having a problem. Okay, I can't recollect what exactly was the problem, but he had some problem whereby he wanted to scare the other person. Okay, scare the other person because it was some fight, something, not of the same organization. And when you're young, your blood boils, and you really want to take, kind of revenge and show them muscle power and all that. So my friend spoke to me, and we decided, okay, since this Goan chap, he knows underworld and all that, we will ask him to scare the other fellow. So we decided, okay, fine. So when we asked him, we used to always call him uncle. We used to give him the respect. So, uncle, can we come and talk to you? Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. And remember, now he's not drunk. He just came from work. We brought him in the room, and we closed the door and said, uncle, we just want to talk to you something urgently. Yeah, 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 tell me what. Uncle, you said, no, you know these underworld people, you know these gangsters and all. We need your help because there is this problem, so and so. Like I told you, I don't remember what specifically the problem was. Can you teach this guy a lesson? Can you scare him and all that? We want to really show him. Uh, and I'll tell you, I never forgot his reaction. This guy who used to brag about, I know the mafia, I know this, I will tapka dalega saliko jaila, and he used to always short fuck. He was still here, man, till my shoulder. This guy, when we told him bring the mafia, or we are also young, we want to teach him a lesson. Let's go today. Let's go now. And nee. Sun. He was telling my friend, I don't want to take his name. Sun. Listen, we should not do all this. We should not do all this. We should be nice to people. Don't do all this. People, it's not good and all that. And he was telling me, see, Loy, if you get into this, it'll never stop. So then we told him, okay, uncle, you don't go since you don't want. He said, see, I don't want to get involved. It's not good. Okay, uncle, give us the number. We will talk to him directly. We even offered that. And then he said, see, I can't give their number because maybe they'll not like. Okay, what I'll do is I will check with them if I can give the number, and then I'll give you the number. Okay. I mean, we never saw him hesitating. We never saw him like so afraid. And he said, okay, I'll talk to you later. My wife is going to come from office. We'll speak later. And me and my friend just looked at each other. He said, bye. He went. And, me and my friend just looked at each other, and we're like, didn't this guy, like, before he used to say, anyone touches you, anything, I'll fucking kill him. I'll do this, I'll do that. What happened to him today? Like, it's like his soul, went out of his body. And we were like, was he bluffing all the while? Like, seriously, was he bluffing? We just kept quiet. And I'll tell you this, he refused to show his face out of the door. He refused to come and interact with us. And we're just waiting. We're like, this guy who was talking so much all these weeks and months and this whole year, like that he had mafia connections, he could. So we waited. He never came out of the door. He just like, even when you had to go to the kitchen, I don't know, he was just too ashamed. Later on, when these other bachelors came from their Dubal and Dulsco, this government, it's Dulsco is Dubai Labor Supply Company and Dubal is Dubai Aluminium. They came in the evening and they came just to have some drinks. And we were talking with these guys. And, this guy used to always say, mafia, this, that, he will kill and this and that. When he asked him, he refused to, introduce him. So all of them were like, we always knew, man, he was talking all shit. What? He just blabbers a big. And then one of them, who was the eldest brother, he said, you should have asked me. I knew from before only he's talking all shit. He's saying, because when I asked him, when I didn't get my salary, I told him, can you introduce your contact to scare my, one of the contractors to give me the money. After that, he never bragged with me that he has his contacts. He's just talking shit. And I'll tell you, we automatically, all of us lost respect for the guy. All of us. And after that day, whenever we used to have the get together, the alcohol and all that, whenever he used to come, we used to not give him a damn. We used to not give him that importance as before. We just realized he just talks big. He's just full of hot air and gas. And we didn't treat him with disrespect, but we didn't give him any importance. And he used to always say, hey. But then, I'll tell you, here's a funny thing. He never ever stated, even after getting drunk, he never stated his mafia contacts and all that because he got exposed. Now, I gave you this story. What has this got to do with my WhatsApp incident? Few days ago, I had this guy, like I told you, please, my WhatsApp members don't expose the guy. This guy, 47 years old, I think is Goan. I'm not too sure. I think is Goan. Same from Mumbai, whatever. The guy is working in the Middle East. Okay, the guy is working in the Middle East. I think he's in Saudi or wherever. Now, here's the funny thing. 47, nearly going to be 50. The guy has a very average job that pays him the bare minimum. It is like a graduate after they, graduate from college abroad. Who are staying in Dubai, the salary that they get, think, okay, as a rounded figure, let's assume $2,000. He gets paid around that much at nearly 50s. He's not able to make ends meet. He nearly went through some crisis. He lost his job, whatever. And he has a side hustle, which I respect. He doesn't have a website. He claims to be a businessman, but he doesn't have an office. He doesn't have any staff. He can't even afford a website. He has just a LinkedIn page. That's it. Okay. Now, why am I telling you all this? Now, this guy opened up to me and told me all his issues, problems. And I was like, I genuinely told him, I gave him advice, whatever had to be done. Fine. He was a nice guy. He was okay. However, in the group, the same chap, the same guy, I mean, he used to argue and fight with everyone. And, like this, give people time and their real personalities come out. This guy started to talk down and disrespect people. And that also people who are accomplished, people who are educated, people who are successful, people who have money. He, the stories he used to give, same Goan, guy from Mumbai. The actual stories, this is not bullshitting. He, his community or his family sponsored the Republican Party in USA. He has made his friends and his community members congressmen in USA. They have sponsored, I think, millions of dollars in USA. He knows mafia connections. He has mafia connections. He has underworld connections. He he knows the who's who in Saudi, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman. He knows the Sheikh family. He actually said this in my WhatsApp group. And why did he say this? One of my members who is based, who's a citizen abroad, Hindu guy, nice guy, educated, classy. They were having a disagreement or something, and he was like, "You don't know who the fuck I am. I have put people behind bars. I have destroyed their life. Listen, if I want to destroy you, my mafia connections and I one phone call, and people were generally concerned, like, oh fuck, maybe he really is a big shot. And I didn't see all this. I was this thing, and that particular day, I remember the messages were like literally 1,000. I was like, uh, quite maybe an engaging conversation. I'm going to read all that until one of my members, who is another respectable guy, who I respect, but who respects me a lot. He said, "Sir, I just want to bring your attention to these messages." He gave me a screenshot. This guy's threatening other people that he's going to destroy them. He's going to destroy their lives. And he even bought in religion. He said, "We Christians dominate the world. You Hindus, we will do this to you Hindus, and Hindus are some bottom feeders and all, and Muslims are shit scared, and we will destroy the Islamic State." Blah. An idiot, uneducated, 47-year-old, nearly going 50, doesn't have money to even pay his fucking bills. Wants to set up his career, zero. Wants to set up his life, zero. Can't afford a website. Doesn't know where his next meal is. And here is on the bloody WhatsApp group of mine. I think he was maybe drunk or something, because the messages were the whole night he was sending me and threatening everyone. I didn't want to name and shame him. I saw this thing when he was. Just imagine citizens of other countries, of Arab countries, who are there in my WhatsApp group, who are highly accomplished, who have an education from Ivy League schools. Okay, they were respectable enough to not engage in food fight and personal insults. They follow my rules and they send me a screenshot. Loy sir, please have a look at this. For me, immediately I kick the guy out. Now, if you thought the story ended there, it would have been fine. This jackass gets another SIM card. He gets another SIM card with a fake name. And like I told you, that group is open to all. And then he joins again. I thought it was over. He joins again. And I don't know what it is. Maybe he's addicted to, arguing with people. Initially, nobody knew it was him. But then, there's that pattern, no, that you repeat the same sentences or phrases. Oh, I know the mafia. I know this thing. Oh, US people in Goa have set up the Republican Party and we sponsored millions of. Boss, you don't even have fucking money to buy a bowl of rice. What the fuck are you talking here? You set up the Republican Party. You sponsored people. Oh, we Goans have dominated the country. He just has this thing that because, Goans have this thing in their head that, oh, the Portuguese, we are descendants from Europeans. We're the Portuguese. We taught people how to eat fork and knife. Just shove it up where the sun doesn't shine here. Shut your pie hole. Or we are the superiors. Nonsense. Once again, as soon as one member pointed out, sir, I think it's the same guy. I checked it out. He had taken another SIM card, got him booted out. I'm just telling you this to show you what kind of people we have in our India, especially our Goans and guys from Mumbai. I mean, just because, I'll make a separate video of my experiences with Goans, which I made maybe 8 or 10 years ago. But seriously, I'm not saying all of them are bad, but boss, just because the Portuguese came to India and all, doesn't make you superior. Oh, we eat with fork and knife. Oh, we bought in ballroom dance. So fucking what? Oh, we are the Portuguese. Go to bloody Portugal, no? You think it's doing well? Its economy is in shambles. What work will you go there and do there? Be a sweeper, a cleaner, flip burgers? This bloody moron, he goes around bragging about congressmen and this and that. What have you done? And he gives a false narrative. I'm underworld. I know this. I know that. If you see his LinkedIn page and you see his profile, his CV, you'll feel sorry for that guy. Same like that Uncle Pedro, trouser till here. And by the way, I found out later on what he used to claim that he knows the CEO and all that. He works in the receptionist, where he has to meet the drivers and take signatures. He was like a clerk. He was talking also. He makes tea, coffee for others, and he was a receptionist. Imagine that. Anyway, I guess these guys who are in their 50s, who are in their twilight, are trying to relive a virtual world of importance where they are part of the mafia, they know the underworld, they know CEOs, they know even Donald Trump. Anyway, just thought I'd share this entertaining this thing. Have you met anyone, especially our Indians, who like to brag like, oh, अपन को मालूम है वो underworld का ये वो ही. Anyway, guys, good, bad, ugly. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed another entertaining, real incident. All right, this is me signing off. You guys take care. Yalla, bye.